many major corporations, such as Twitter, Amazon, and Meta, have already begun layoffs, and more are expected to come. Some say the red wave was thwarted because of a strong labor market, but the labor market is usually the last thing hit in a slumping economy. For more analysis on this, let's bring in the host of the Trish Regan Show, the editor-in-chief of TrishIntel.com, Trish Regan. Hey, Trish. How you doing?
Good to see you.
So here on the Salcedo Show, we've been saying the recession is here and layoffs are coming. Would you say the worst is yet to come? And when do you think this will hit everyone?
My view on this, John, is that it takes some time for whatever the Fed's doing to catch up to the overall economy. So they've been aggressively raising rates. You can't tell me that that's not going to have a big effect on our overall economic output. I mean, I don't see how you avoid a recession right now. I think it's a question of how big it is, how bad it is. But I think that that's probably going to happen. I mean, hey, look, I would be thrilled if it were otherwise. I would be thrilled if we could avert this. I want what's best for the American economy and the American people. But realistically, I think what you're seeing right now, John, all these job losses, there's going to be many more to come. And that takes time to ripple through the economy. None of it's going to be good.
Right. And Trish, you know, I tend to be one of these U6 guys, you know, total labor force participation is at really bad levels. You know, some of these people, seasonal jobs, part-time jobs, but the total participation is down also. And it seems like the Fed and the Treasury keep looking at, you know, the regular unemployment as, oh, well, it's still okay. But I think they have to keep raising rates. There's no other way they can get this thing under control.
Look, I'll tell you something. One of the metrics that we look at to measure inflation, and by the way, Larry Summers, who, you know, is not exactly conservative, he's worked his whole life in Democrat administrations. Right. Larry Summers has pointed this out as well. When you look at the inflation numbers, it's not an apples to apples situation in terms of what we used to look at. I would only say that the inflation today is much more similar to what we saw in the early 80s. And Paul Volcker came in, who was then head of the Federal Reserve, and he raised rates through the roof. I mean, it was massive what they had to do. And I think when it's all said and done, you're going to have to do the exact same thing if you really want to get inflation under control. And we know how painful that will be. So I would expect that interest rates are going to continue going higher, 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 higher if they want to get this under control. And I guess that remains, you know, to be seen, whether or not they're really committed to getting it under control.
Yeah, to me, I continue, and I've been saying this for months here on Newsmax and anywhere else I could to warn people, but I feel like 7% is the number where we could find some equilibrium. They, you know, the market hawks are saying, well, maybe they're going to slow down and this is good and that's good. But the bottom line, it's pretty simple economics. The Paul Volcker theory, raise the rates to the inflation and then the inflation is gone. So is it a zero-sum game that they just got to raise the rates and pull off the bandage?
Yeah, I mean, but easier said than done because nobody wants to see the American economy go through any pain. I guess what kind of ticks me off about this whole thing is that it was also darn preventable. I mean, these guys screwed up in royal ways. You get Joe Biden out there with the third stimulus check and then trying to, you know, send helicopter money to Vassar grads for their, you know, $20,000 loans that they can't repay. That all while, by the way, the regular sort of everyday American feels the pain of losing, say, equity value in their home, which they're starting to lose, of not being able to afford as much food for their household, not have the same standard of living because there's all this inflation that wages haven't kept up with. So there's a real lack of sensibility in terms of what needs to be done, what should have been done. I mean, come on. I mean, Janet Yellen, she tried to tell us it was transitory. They all tried to tell us it was transitory. Yeah. It wasn't transitory.
Yeah, I knew it, you knew it, they knew it. But like many other places, Trish, they don't want to tell the American people the truth. But I know you always do. Thanks so much for joining us today. Trish Regan.
Good to see you.